Socrates once said, "All video game stories are complete garbo." Now, Socrates was a very smart man, but what you may not know about him is that he never played Omori. After I finished the game, I just kinda sat there thinking, this is a masterpiece, but what the hell just happened? Now, before I review this, I want to make it clear about what I will be talking about versus what I will not be talking about. I will be talking about a big element of the story that gets revealed in the prologue. I will be showing footage from a lot of the game, but nothing that spoils anything big. Also, Omori deals with some pretty serious subjects, so there's that. So if any of that bothers you, then I recommend you click off of the video. Now, I quoted Socrates about how video game stories usually are not good. For example, remember Just Cause 3's story? No you don't lie. There are some noble exceptions, of course, but why don't a lot of video games have stories or characters that truly connect? Well, a lot of them tell you why you should care and not show you. For example, Breath of the Wild. You are not saving Zelda because the game spent the proper amount of time developing her to make you care for her. No, you're saving her because the king said, "You have to save my daughter." This is the sort of problem in a lot of games where you're doing whatever the game wants you to do because it's an objective, not because you truly want to do it. Omori actually spends the time developing its characters before any real plot kicks in. You have Omori, our silent protagonist, Kel, the peppy energetic one, Aubrey, the tough yet innocent one, Hiro, the pretty boy, Marie, the dependable one, and Basil, a sensitive individual. The game spends a proper amount of time letting us get to know them and seeing their antics. It was always a treat when I got to see Aubrey and Kel squabble over nothing, and it brought a cheesy little smile to my face whenever Hiro and Marie would nervously flirt with and tease each other. There is a childlike simplicity of it all, which allows the player to bond with the characters, and feel infinitely more protective of them when it's revealed that the game isn't going to be sunshine and roses. This is what more games need to do. Let the character get to know the characters before the story overshadows them. But just in case that wasn't enough, it feeds into the gameplay well. You can do these team moves where you get an interaction that coincides with an actual move. This is such a cool way to integrate combat into the story and characters. Hey, you wanna know why I was able to connect with the characters more? Omori's style. Now, I'm not gonna act like the pixel art is anything special, but the hand-drawn stuff just exudes so much character. And even with the pixel art, the environments and background NPCs are just so vibrant. A significant amount of the NPCs have specific requests for you, which adds another layer of depth to everything. It doesn't feel like they're just flat objects filling an empty void like in games such as Pokemon. They also frequently deliver in terms of comedy. Just check out this guy's house. He has all these awards for being the smallest centaur ever, and then you go over to this trophy. Most horse, second place. That's right, folks. We are playing a game made by John Comedy himself. Other games, especially indie RPGs, derive a lot of their value from this type of humor, notably Undertale. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Max, why are you comparing Undertale and Omori? They're two very different games, and it is a very lazy comparison. But, well, but it's my video. Where Undertale fell flat for me was that motivation. Sure, it was funny, but whenever I hit a road bump, I didn't feel any strong urge to continue. Contrast this with Omori, where even in the more tedious sections, I still wanted to keep going, due to that motivation glue that keeps the silly jokes together. The bouncy, playful settings and characters, contrasting with the more depressed tone of the story, offers a truly unique experience that I loved. Normally I get burned out with games, but Omori captivated me until the very end. The way everything in the story weaves together gave me a morbid curiosity to find out what would happen next. And all of this gets amplified by the great soundtrack. The combat is probably the least amazing part of the package. It's pretty typical RPG stuff, but I like the emotion elements thrown in. Essentially, different emotions affect your stats in different ways and are effective or weak against other emotions. It's really fun and stressful desperately trying to manage your emotions during a boss fight. I just wish that these would carry over to normal fights because there is much less strategy with those. However, this is a minor gripe in an otherwise excellent interactive package. A package of fun, sorrows, playfulness, and despair. The term quirky RPG gets thrown around a lot on Steam, gaining mixed connotations, but Omori is not a quirky RPG. It is a work of art. It has simple yet fun combat. It is a masterclass of video game storytelling. It has a unique style to call its own. In other words, Omori is a masterpiece.